Okay, hello everybody. Happy Thirsty Thursday. My name is La Vida Virtual, and we're going to continue our case with Dick Gumshoe here. And we are in the middle of the final case. Hopefully we'll get into some courtroom battles going on here. Anyway, we need to talk to Gumshoe a little bit here. Do you know what was the cause of death?
Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal.
It should?
Yeah, here's a picture.
Oh, Jesus. A man got stabbed. There's a knife in his chest.
Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon.
So he was stabbed to death.
They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now.
There were fingerprints on the knife?
Yup. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Ed and God's prints, pal. That's bad, real bad.
Crime photo added to the court record. Let's take a look at this picture. The crime photo. It certainly is odd. There's some roses, looks like a broken vase and some tomato juice or some wine or something. Maybe some lotion on the floor. I don't know what's going on there. We got a glass of juice, a guitar case too. Seems strange, but no guitar. Okay, reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Engard arrested?
Because we had no evidence. We had evidence on him.
Evidence?
Looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, put up a real big fight.
Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There are signs of a struggle everywhere.
Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off.
Mr. Engard said something about a button. Something like one of Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama.
But that's not all, pal.
What?
There was a witness, pal.
A witness? Who is it?
That lady, Miss Obed.
Please, anyone but her.
The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something around where the Vic was that's a little off.
Something that's a little off, as in
that's for you to figure out, pal.
Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
Oh. Examine. Where's the guitar? This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable.
That's strange, the guitar is not here.
Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show?
But Mr. Maya, she said the bright red guitar was Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
Guitar case added to the court record. Found next to the victim. There's some water, but only on the top of the lid. Very strange. Bottles with cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Corrida fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
No, I guess not. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice, I don't like it very much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where it came from.
But doesn't it seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
Oh, she's right. The flower vase was broken, and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright?
Wine glass added to the court record. Spilled with tomato juice. No sign it's been drank. That is a little weird.
So that's a bed, right?
Yup, it's big, but it's a bed.
Ah, Mr. Nick is so.
Big beds must be a rarity for her. Looks like Mr. Corrida had dinner last night.
This bottle is tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the award show last night. I wonder if the stars had gone on stage only after eating a meager meal like this. Okay, well, I don't know. I think we've found everything that's to be found. Do I need to talk to Gumshoe? Present him with some evidence? What do you got to say about the guitar case? And a glass of juice. So about this wine glass.
Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched.
You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe?
No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first.
Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute! So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel?
Yeah, she's around. Man, you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here.
Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Uh-oh.
Oh, what's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before.
It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me.
Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened last time.
So sorry, I gotta make myself scarce later, pal. Ow, Bobby harder! At last you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Whoa, would it be too much to ask you to be nice to me for a change?
So you're the type to steal information from pitiably hopeless detectives. Ow,
Harder, Mommy, harder!
this is very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy mixed trench coat. Ow! I didn't think the detective of this country could be this pitiful. Oh, harder, Mommy, harder. Detective, come here for a second. Yo, harder, Mommy, harder. Yo, harder, Mommy. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment.
He was so scared he just froze up on the spot.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, the victory is mine.
Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you?
What? Come, Scruffy, the investigation is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear my family's honor.
Ow! Why did she throw at me now? What is this?
Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Scoffy McSclawface.
What's this?
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it. It's his autograph.
I can't read it at all.
To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says "to my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters here?
This is sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and crude to give this to someone.
Hold on. Wendy, I've heard that name somewhere before. Miss Corrida's autograph added to the court record. Wendy. Isn't that Oldbag's name? Wendy Oldbag? All right, let's move. The Jammy Ninja. Dun dun. Ba da ba ba. Ba 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 ba.
Hey, that's Mr. Andrews. He's my manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit, just a little.
I think I already did this. I think I already did this. Yeah. Gossip. Magazine clipping. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we already did this, I think. Okay. I think we can give the autograph to Old Bag. No. Yeah. Alright, let's use the Megatama.
I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. Grr. Please, anything will be helpful.
But how about I tell you about my measurements?
Old Bag, I don't need to know your measurement. Alright, Megatama then. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. What do you witness?
Alright, I'll be honest with you for now.
Then please, tell us what you saw.
What a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you young'uns' expense. I'm a little devil after all.
Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. The artifact.
Take that!
Yeah.
That's one Corita's autograph. Yes,
Yes, it is.
and it even says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it. Please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know that. How about an exchange?
Oh. Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart, all for my dearest Juan.
Right, let's go. Mark successful. That didn't take long.
I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding.
Oh no!
It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more.
Gift certificate?
I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty.
But Mr. Ungar doesn't own anything by it.
I don't care about the details like that. I know he did my one pour in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken.
A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like.
I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it.
What did Mr. Ungard ever do to deserve this? What did Mr. Ungard do to make you so...
You don't know? That guy, he framed my wife. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
Mr. Nick!
Well, what is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress.
Mr. Nick, what do valves and valve interest mean?
Hey, Mr. Krabs. Mom is good. We're gonna watch the Packers tonight, even though I think they're gonna lose. Yeah, how are you? Mom's doing great. Even though I think we're gonna lose the game. You never know. How are you today, Krabs? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag had to say for now, okay, Pearl?
So, Miss Oldbag.
It was Miss Oldbag. Who is this woman you're talking about?
Agent Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager, but why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal that make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal to drag his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
Doom game update horde mode. Oh, a new update, huh? Cool. I still have to beat Eternal, dude. Maybe I'll play that maybe I'll try to beat it for Halloween or something. That sounds fun. And what proof do you have that Mr. On Guard did what you say he did?
Next week, there's an issue of a certain magazine says so.
Of course, a tabloid.
Next week, doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it?
Hee hee hee. Hee hee. I'm Oldbag. Oh, yeah, baby.
In the summertime where the weather is fine. Criminal Defense Apartamento. That sounds fun. I wonder what that's like. Horde mode? Must be like a wave thing, like zombies. Call of Duty zombies. Probably like waves come in at you. Something like that. I don't know. Police departments. Criminal Affairs Department.
I am the Blue Badger. I will eat up all your friends. I am the mascot from hell. Help me, Blue Badger in hell.
Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, so you came, pal.
Why the blunt greeting?
Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about.
What do you mean by that?
Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight, pal.
But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive.
Oh, he's kinda cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name?
That's the Blue Badger.
It was my idea. I made it like this precinct's mascot, you know?
Oh, wow.
I'll get him a signed mascot of every police department if it's the last thing I do.
Doom Eternal, I know. I should play it, Krabs. I should beat Doom Eternal. I haven't yet.
I hope you succeed in your mission, sir.
Look at her hopping around. This must be the chief of detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen.
What? The hero of heroes? A what ceremony? The grand prize got away from Jammin' Ninja again?
Shouldn't you be reading something more important? A poster of a female police officer. Wait, nope, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I expected. Guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Yeah, the Packers have a game tonight, which they'll probably lose. Their best receiver has COVID. Their third best receiver has COVID. Buy some Doom Eternal skins? Probably not, Krabs. No, I don't usually buy skins. This must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Freeze! Police! Everyone against the wall! Hands where I can see them! Hey, what are you doing, Gumshoe? They're hands, not yours!
He must be doing image training for arrest. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight?
I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Ta-da!
And both of them are in this photo.
The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard.
Yup, I found it in the folds of Nickel Samurai's special pants.
And the second one is...
The knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints! Oh, whose are they?
You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're mad on guards.
Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Airtight testimony. So what about this airtight testimony?
It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag.
I thought so.
What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal?
Well...
I even told her not to open that mouth that hasn't blabbed to anyone.
Her blab knob is stuck on 10. If there's no turning it down, trust me.
Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room in estimated time of death.
No way!
Well, that's not good. We're gonna have trouble and make it double.
Alright, let's present some stuff.
We're pretty interested in a bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corrida, but what? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide.
Suicide!
Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Corrida's manager.
The victim's manager?
But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Mr. Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about business from square one.
Her mentor!
A woman who was both Corrida's manager and Mr. Andrews' manager? Could her suicide have something to do with this case?
Do you want to know more about it, pal?
I do. I'll buy PS4 Pro. I don't think so, Mr. Krabs. I don't think so.
She was the victim's manager and also Mr. Adrian Andrews' manager. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Wow! Harder, Mommy, harder! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Von
Karma. You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can't you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean. I do. Scrappy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this much pay, I'll stop. Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you.
I would have won. Is that what you want to say?
Of who?
That voice.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Woo!
Oh, thank you guys. That's very sweet of you, Mr. Krabs. It's been a long time, right?
This is Paris, this is Mr. Edward!
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francisca.
You! How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the uncommon name Drakus to the man. Ow!
Harder, Mommy, harder.
You even run away with a leg tail between your legs like the able dog you are.
Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining a perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given it yet. Have a look. This case is mine. Allow to hand it over to you never.
Oh, harder, Mommy, harder.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Whew, still the same wild mare she always was.
Edgy's back! Edgy!
I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick!
I never wanted to see you again.
I think that's enough of this warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year.
Are you going to run tomorrow's trial?
You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at trial tomorrow.
What is that supposed to mean? Edgeworth joined the party! Woohoo!
I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth.
The truth?
In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel need for my assistance, it is available to you.
I want your assistance!
I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information.
Just what is going on inside his head?
A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma is still my mentor, and perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago,
You could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? I'm glad you like Lego Star Wars, Krabs. I'm happy. Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? Do you think your motivation for prosecuting trials is so selfish? It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. That's not very nice, Nick.
I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason?
Well, with Francisca, she almost always says,
I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me.
but the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives.
To save your client, you say?
Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth.
Oh, it looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn.
A lot I've yet to learn. Me?
Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough.
Oh, is it almost my time? Do I almost get to come into the... You know... Do I almost get to come into the courtroom? Wow! It's pretty amazing. I'm really ready for my close-up, baby. I'll have my beard trimmed and everything. I'm famous judge, bitches. Homies love me.
What do you have to say about...
This woman is another key to solving this case.
Do you really think so?
She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impies died.
But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Played Runner 1 or 2? Nope. I saw them on sale, though. Are they fun? I saw Runner was on sale, Krabs. It's a rhythm game. Oh, really? Maybe I'll check it out.
Like the is a game. Every time you try to play it, it's a bit lame. But the raps are tight and the frogs are cool. You even get the chicken to make you a fish cake too. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like them raps, baby.
But her death was ruled as suicide, right? Yes. Well, there's still one riddle we've yet to solve.
A riddle?
A suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Is that right, though?
Is that right, though? No.
Miss Impact's death.
Oh.
So how was the first episode of The Loud House? I still haven't seen it yet. 6. Yeah, I went to bed pretty much right after the stream last night. but I would like to watch it. See if it's fun. You like it, right? If you like it, Six, I bet I would like it. Yeah. Is it on YouTube?
Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impact had written such a note?
There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink in her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
But who would hide such a thing?
The police think that it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim? The victim?
He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide the suicide note.
Mr. Correa hid his own manager's suicide note? But why?
As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report, part 1 anyway.
Part 1? Suicide report added to the court record.
Oh, let's look at the evidence.
Deceased, Celeste Impact, found by Juan Corrida. Was her suicide note hidden?
Oh!
Yeah, how are you, Six? Good to see you.
Oh, baby!
Let's present it to him.
I don't like to look through the reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, there are reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2.
2 parts?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part.
Second part of the report is about an attempted suicide.
The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews.
Miss Andrews, what did she do?
She tried to kill herself. New Lego Star Wars game with 100%? Maybe on sale, Krabs. Maybe on sale. I don't have enough time. I still haven't played very much of Lego Harry Potter. You remember that? It was a fun game, but I haven't played that much. She doesn't seem the kind of person to try to kill herself, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
A secret?
Her dependent nature, that's what she really liked on the inside.
Miss Andrews dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what a woman is. Take a long time? I believe that's true. Mr. Krabs. Alright, what if I present what does part 2 look like? Okay, I've already seen this. Okay. Well, I think we're ready. Alright, what if I show you this? See what you say here. Huh?
Oh, what's wrong?
How much do you know?
What do you mean, how much?
Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life.
No, I never would never.
Now if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep.
You're in detention. Who in the world are you going to eat with? A security guard?
Mr. Nick.
The Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. It would take a long time, you're right, Krabs. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fun, but I don't think I will. I don't know. I still haven't even gotten close in Lego Harry Potter, dude. Too many games. Too many games. At least I didn't pay a lot of money for it. Okay. Let's head to Borderlands 2 co-op. You want to play with me sometime, Krabs? Do you have a microphone that you can use to chat with us? That what you would like? To the hotel lobby. Let me try to go to. Let's see. Let me try to go to. Let's go to On Guards. Oh, here we go. En Guards hotel room.
Looks like Miss Andrews.
No, you don't have a microphone?
Isn't he?
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
And she has that psych lock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice, but I guess we'll have to come back later. Wonder where we're supposed to go now. I'm not sure. Do you know anything?
I told you how many times I'm a journalist. I got so many information running through my head, I forget things here and there.
Please don't get so worked up over this.
I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's this gal motto on learning youngsters.
Okay. Not sure where we're meant to go now. What about you? Do you have anything to say about this lady? No. Bam, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Bam, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bam. I actually do not know where we're meant to go now. It's a little unfortunate.
She holds a large secret within herself.
A secret?
You can't help but feel this whole case revolves around her. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it.
Well, refreshing is like a spring breeze in his motto.
Refreshing? What is so refreshing about a spring breeze?
Sounds like the Poland is not treating well this year. I'm really not sure where we need to go. Do you have anything to say? No? Smile. Your own candid camera. Man, these games are confusing, man. The Loud House has 10 seasons, and all seasons cost $14.99 in HD, $19.99, I believe. Okay. Maybe I can find it somewhere on the internet. Maybe I can watch it on one of those illegal sites. I mean, I really don't like to watch things illegally, but I mean, I would like to. Maybe I doubt it's on YouTube, but maybe if old episodes are. Lucy Loud. I would like to see. All right, I'm lost. Move. But what about you? I don't know.
How about I tell you my measurements?
What about this evidence? Do you have anything to say here? No? No. What am I gonna do? Suicide note, huh? Where am I meant to go? Where am I meant to present? You know, I don't know. It's on YouTube too? Oh! Cool, then I can watch it. Hopefully I'll have some time. I went to the wrong one. It's so weird. What am I meant to do here? I don't really want to look it up, you know? Gotta be close. We gotta be close here, but I've gotta find somebody to talk to. So I guess we'll just keep looking around until we can figure it out. I thought she might be in here, but no. Okay. Alright, I think we presented everything. Nothing to talk to there. Back to Corridas. No one here. I don't see anything picking up anything. There's a phone. Okay. Banana. Nothing here. Let me double check. You don't have anything to say, do you? Detention center, maybe? It's gotta have something to do with Mr. Edgeworth, maybe. Have you watched Lightyear Pixar movie trailer? No, I don't think so. You can post it on Discord if you want, Crab. Bum, 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 bum. Old bag, do you have anything to say? No. Alright, what am I doing? Where am I going? It's gotta be Edgeworth. There's gotta be something I'm missing with Edgeworth. Attempted suicide note. Yeah, we need to find the Andrews lady. We need to find her. But where is she? Where is she?
We are looking into leads. We can only look into a few key players with our limited resource. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person.
Yeah, I'm so lost right now, dude. She holds a large secret within herself. Okay.
There's an interesting rumor about this man.
You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it?
I don't think take things at face value when there's more to be found.
Okay, I really don't know. What am I missing here? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something.
Hang in there, you'll be okay, buddy, if not injured that badly. A hangnail isn't... Hey, gumshoe, gumshoe, gumshoe!
He must be doing image training when a fellow officer is injured. You have premium? Oh, Disney Plus? Is it on Pixar? Sounds good, sounds good. Or YouTube Premium, I don't know.
Gumshoe!
Oh, how did I miss that? What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature?
Adrian Andrews attempted a suicide. It was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live.
Lost her will? But why would she...
Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever, that's why.
Why would that...
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's someone who needs a person of whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live.
Oh, and that's the nature of dependency on others?
When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That according to Adrian Andrews herself.
Then that means her super confident attitude...
It's all a facade. She only is copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
How terrible. Attempted suicide report. Poggers. Poggers. He's in shock from Celeste Impact suicide.
Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliche saying, but it's cliche because it's true. Miss Andrews,
To think that behind this unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. Okay. Alright. Let's go find her now. Unfortunately, we must confront her. I don't like the idea of having to do that, but we're going to. We're gonna have to. Oh, here she is. Here we go.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here! But it looks like she's talking with someone.
that's Francisca Bonkarma.
Miss Von Karma?
What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some now following me around.
Following you?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls?
You're always following after that Miss Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following at the scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
Oh, wow, what is that?
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on the detective. And with this, I know that fools every move.
So that noise we heard was the receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews.
Yes?
Think about hard what we just discussed. Ah,
Harder, mommy, harder.
understood.
Alright.
What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
Oh, poor Miss Andrews. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Corrida was murdered?
Why would you ask me about such a thing?
I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Uh-oh. Miss Andrews?
Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
It is a cyclone, Mr. Nick.
Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Oh boy. It's time to psych it up, baby. You just, let's do it. Let's do it.
Take that.
Let's do it. Let's find it. Let's find it. 4, huh? Wow. Motive for murder. Why was Kawan Kurita murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Angard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you have questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida.
You are not that close.
That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I doubt that. Somehow I doubt that. Obviously, we need the newspaper clipping, right? What about this? You and Mr. Kurita had an intimate relationship, did you not?
A silly tabloid article. If you ever had your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people already bought into this story.
As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see, however. What if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Corrida as if there were ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Miss Kurita for this person's sake? Oh, damn. His manager? His old manager? Impacts? Celeste Impacts, your mentor.
How did you know about Celeste?
Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. Loud House is a Nickelodeon show. Lucy Loud! Nick, Nickelodeon. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to watch one, but I haven't had time now. So I believe you got close to Miss Corrida so you could find more about her suicide note.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid tabloid.
Miss Andrews?
There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Yeah, suicide note?
Take that!
Mr. Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? Looks like the police were under suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rumblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. I had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you'd like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is the proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through it too, didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help relying on yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent only on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop it! Stop it!
When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that?
I died of this of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report? The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Mr. Impact's note? You heard about and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you've become one with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead.
Me?
Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder?
Ooh, psych lock broken. Fuckers.
It's true I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't have a lot of self-confidence. I'm pushed against all of that, so I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out what is the truth.
Miss Andrews,
this one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard someone had hidden a suicide note, and that someone was one Corita, Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everything seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Corita to recover a suicide note, correct?
Looks like the tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
And if they perfectly add fuel to the fires, they keep the celebrity word burning.
Ah,
But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all.
Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews.
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first.
Thank you for your discretion.
Mr. Nicholas ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with the card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Is this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
Whoa, what is that? What is it? It looks like a seashell.
That's what it looked like, doesn't it? Honestly, don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Angard in your capable hands.
Oh, oui, oui. Oui, oui. All right, time to go. Well, I think we gathered all we can.
What about Mr. Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and she's been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am.
You don't look fine to me. To the office! To the office!
So what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impulse's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mr. Nick, I can't see this.
Hello? Wright and Company Law Offices.
Mr. Tardy, you've not answering your phone.
Maya, where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
Here.
Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree?
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask Maya. Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis.
Oh.
Maya, damn it, he cut me off.
Mr. Maya says that's my sister, isn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that? Duh, Mia. Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ack!
Whoa, Mamma Mia! In a little clothes, oh my, big booba covenant, Mamma Mia! Here she comes again.
Damn! Hot damn!
I have a message from Maya, so come ask me anything you want to about.
Damn! How's Maya?
She's safe for now. The kidnappers won't keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
Didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her?
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Drat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. If there's a card around like that, I could use. Wonder.
What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. I got some wine. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Oh, it's the shell. Huh, it's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Ah, that's it. This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. All right, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Neat waiting or worried. Oh, to be continued. All right, let's play a bit more. Poggy. Save your progress. Oh, wait. Let's do a triple save here. It's a new day. Maya, you gotta escape. All right, we're in the courtroom. I'm going to take a sip of water and then we're going to start. All right. Time for the court case. District Court number 3 in Navi. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
Mia, holy Mia, Mama Mia! Booba Covenant, holy moly!
We must get a complete acquittal today.
Yo, I gotta become a streamer for that some sort of Genshin luck. Dude. I'm gonna have enough wishes for a 5-star, I think. The question is, EE, will I get Hu Tao? It's 50-50. Same with you, you definitely have enough wishes. You have more than enough wishes. Right? You definitely have enough. I will also have enough. The question is, will I get it? I don't know. I do not know. Some of that Hu Tao. I mean, if I don't get her, I won't be mad, but I would like her, for sure. I know, but I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
10 pity? Oh yeah, you definitely have enough.
It's him.
This is Wright.
Good morning, this is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial.
Maya, she's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial, which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to be graciously accepted and win the day's contest, if you please.
Well, wait! Kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Liar Dude, who is that? No one. Has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Did your nose just get longer?
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and God. Oh, we're back, baby. Bitches love me. The ladies love me. And my beard tickles them in all the right places. I come at them with... Oh, baby. I give them my gavel, if you know what I mean. Honey bunny. Let's go. Bring this court in session. Let's do it. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I say, Righto, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
What? Von Karma got gunned down? Oh my god. Yeah, we know it's Toma for sure. Have they leaked Sayu and Diona? Well, you don't have very many healers, so Diona probably wouldn't be bad for you. Sayu's adorable. I don't think she's OP or anything, but she's really cute. I only have one Sayu, so I'd be happy with that. I don't think I have that many Diona either. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. I don't think I have C6 Diona, but I don't know. Neither of them are very strong, unfortunately. Toma, obviously, a new character, so that's poggers, right? Hello, Carlos! How was that for an entrance? That was an excellent entrance, Carlos. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
What?
Shot?
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew.
Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Edgy boys, back on the bench, ladies. Come on, wet your underwear. Take them off, throw them right at me. I'd like to see all the panties everywhere. Me, Miles Edgeworth, the ladies' man extraordinaire, back on the bench. And we're coming hard. Don't mess with me today, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm coming for you. That's what the ladies say, anyway. Ho ho. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Mantelgard.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now.
For now?
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
The Detective Gumshoe!
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and your face forward like a proud officer, Dick Detective. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah, I would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for, interesting.
Poor Gumshoe. Oh no, I'm going back to eating food. I'm going back to food stamps. I'm going to be tossed out of my apartment. Why is everything wrong happen to me? It's not my fault. Von Karma's she's a Nazi, I swear it. I don't like that woman.
Oh, who's you calling is a Nazi? I will give you VIPs for that. VIPs and VIPs and VIPs. Even for the hospital bed, I have a VIP long enough to reach you. And my shoulder, I don't care if I got shot in the shoulder. I'll still be shooting you with my VIPs.
Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case.
The murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead inside his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
Huh. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Bare facts of the case. We need to save, of course. Tenemos que guardar. Guárdalo.
The murder happened after the Heroes of Heroes Award ceremony, sir.
Okay. Poor Gumshoe. I know, poor Gumshoe. He's kind of dumb, but he's lovable dumb, right? Would you please give us the brief timeline of what happened after the award ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, Detective.
The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room.
The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's the defendant man on God's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir.
Ah, so she's a pretty lady. Oh, I hope that we get to see her tatas in the court. I mean, I hope she will grace us with her presence in the courtroom. I really would enjoy hanging out with a pretty lady in the courtroom. You know? I do. I will admit it.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get him Mr. Angad. After visiting his room, she went next to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir.
I see, and that's when she found the victim's body.
After looking into the cause of death, we believed it was definitely murdered, sir.
The cause of death? Wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana.
Bandana. Sounds like banana. Sounds like Susanna. Sounds like Rosanna. Sounds like my mama. Oh,
his bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. His banana scented banana.
His banana scented bandana. Why did I make a rhyming joke and then he made a rhyming joke? What the hell, game? Stop copying my jokes. And what about the knife?
It seemed to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death, sir.
What a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Autopsy reports strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay, that's weird.
At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case.
And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anything without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A real fan really wanted a guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
Oh, I see. So much for my theory, then.
Guitar case updated. Bears Juan Corrida's fingerprints.
However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
The break-in guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside of the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So the guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
Huh. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana, yellow banana bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife.
Huh.
Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Mr. Matonga? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth was back in full swing.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe.
Did you win yet? No, this is the beginning of the case, kind of. I doubt we will win on this stream. Hello, Jarrett. I think, though, Mr. Jollymon sings for his supper every night and treated him so well, so they treated him so right. Oh, whoa, 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 Jollymon sing. I think I will play a little, after this, a little, Virgil. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it. But I would like to get through this day of court first. I doubt we'll be able to finish the case, though. These are very long cases.
Yes, sir.
Why arrest on guard?
Matt Angad and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's butt. It was ripped off the ninja's costume and was found in Angad's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
Huh, so the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, so
Knife added to the court record. And the grip Gatewater is engraved. Beat a big boy attorney. I will, Jarrett.
And there's this button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? And this button's also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know that blood on it is the victim's blood, so
What?
Jammin' Ninja's button added to the court record. Well, that's a bad sign.
All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. I will take a bow, and then the ladies will then take me under the covers, and we'll have lots of fun, because I am the best lawyer of all. My name is Edgeworth, and I'm edgy with the ladies. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Urgh.
All right, we got to do a save, of course. Because if you lose, you go back to the beginning of the day. It is not good. So we shall save the game. It's not looking too good for my boy. Somebody must have planted the button on him if he really didn't do it.
Matt Angad and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other.
But in terms of popularity, Angard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carita was always the one step behind Angad in everything. This year it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for that big final showdown.
But Mr. Carita lost the Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
Ugh. They each thought each other's guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book.
I don't know about that. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Angard was beating Mr. Carita in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all, which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Oh! Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective?
It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
Hey, no, not you too, Miss Edgeworth, sir. That's...
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
No, not me, sir.
Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony.
Oh, no, my pension, too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yeah, soy. We can talk about my pension later, soy.
What about what I was saying? Hello, anyone?
As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninjas button.
Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim?
Huh? Well, what do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared the blood on there afterward.
Well, my Mr. Edgewood, help me, soy.
Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now, to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously, and that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread with the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're perfectly matched, pal.
Ugh. That's Edgeworth for you, never misses a beat. Also, Jesus, these clothes are tight. Why did I not change clothes before the ceremony? Good Lord. Big Booba Covenant.
It was ripped off the ninja costume, was found in Mr. Angard's Hakama.
When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone we knew, Mr. Corrida, and then we did a search on him at all, and that's when we found a button.
Huh, so it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to be lollygagging playing tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here?
The defendant's fingerprints were also all over that knife.
How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless. Where were you paying attention to the testimony, Wright? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So this is the defendant, the owner of the knife, then?
My friend's got a Kaya constellation, other friend's got an Amber. Pretty lucky. Yeah, I just got a Kaya maybe like a week ago. That was only my second Kaya, you know, like my first constellation. Dude, those constellations are hard to get. You gotta get super lucky. You gotta get like hella lucky. I need a sip of water real quick. Yeah. That's the first time I haven't gotten any ambers either. Jolly has a few, I think.
The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. How do you know he bought the knife?
There is no way this is a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either.
Ugh. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix?
Yes?
There's something very interesting about what Detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late.
Button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with on guard's fingerprint.
Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded the gavel in closing.
It got delayed again? Howie? Are you serious? How? We're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, if you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
Alright, we better save. I'm thinking the knife has something to do with it. Let me think about this for a second. What evidence do we have here? I really do feel like the knife... It has Gatewater engraved on it. So if it has Gatewater engraved on it, he didn't buy it. The knife came from the... You know? I feel like that's it. He didn't buy the knife. It's gotta be, right? I should be put on trial. No way! 6, you're above the law. You're a fictional character, so you're above the law. I feel like that's gotta be it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gotta be this. I really think it is. Oh, I think it is. Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument is that this is a premeditated murder simply is that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. The defendant
Did not buy this knife.
Uh-huh.
Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh?
It has Gatewater sealed at the handle.
Gatewater? I think I heard that name somewhere before. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's the hotel I was staying at, you dum-dum. How do I not notice that?
That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Samsung Retina S21. Oh my god. So sorry, EE. They should give you goddamn 2 phones for all this bullcrap. Come on, man. They owe you like 2 phones. The murder knife was actually the property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
Yes, that is very true. This is very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is a hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
But I didn't know.
The question is, where did the knife come from?
Well, why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Karina's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim's last meal he ate before he was murdered, that being the case, would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. It's a knife. There's a knife and a fork on the table.
Then, where in the world did Carmen San Diego? Where did the knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the rumored defendant, Mr. Matangard. There's a knife missing, especially what was on the top of his table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matangard's knife was missing.
Oh!
Mr. Angard had gone to the victim's room with a knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit to kill, of course? And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
Oh, no! Oh, shoot, it might be. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant, brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this all planned from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button for the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of Your Honor's time, although I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown?
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
Well, what does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, I better save.
Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer there's something wrong here.
That gavel will be ringing the sound out of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, you have something important and necessary to present to this court. Do you?
I mean, there's a guitar case, and there's a wine glass. Could be the wine glass? I'm gonna guess. Yes. Actually, I do. In Little Nightmares, there are no cops or jails, so it means I can do anything I want. Pretty much, yep. Yep. You got it, 6. The only consequence is you might die, but other than that, there's one. Oh? One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance. One chance to save the world, and only one.
What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us.
You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is the important evidence that you must show to the court?
I'm gonna guess the wine glass. I could be wrong, though. That's why we saved.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because the victim struggled against his assailant. The vase is broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all the things that were on point. These are all of my favorite things. Open guitar cases, vases have smashed, roses and petals and victims with slashes. In this real game I must constantly sing. These are a few of my favorite things. In the courtroom with a victim, I must make my case. And if I do not present favorite things, then all of my cases will die. These are all the things that were on the one point, sitting on the top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on the top dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh. Well, what do you all have to say? Am I a good lawyer, boy?
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion?
You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I doubt it. I doubt it. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They might just fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
Oh, you've turned the situation on its head yet again as usual, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
Well, what? Oh, this music is so pog.
You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then?
Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
For fingerprints?
There were only one set of fingerprints left on the wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews.
Well, what?
Wine glass updated in the court record.
That's why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? I'd give you my bow.
I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corrida. But upon serving his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you said just makes a lot of sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see me, righto? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Well, wait a second, Miss Redworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
No. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like in court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Edgeworth thinking?
Oh, it's old bag, baby!
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Ooh!
Gotcha.
I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Eddie boy, it's been 1 year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand?
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even the things you don't have to do with that terrible crime, like my bust size and my sexual experience and my... Oh, Edgy, my hopes and dreams. Please, be mine, Edgy boy.
Miss Witness, the terrible crime is all the court needs to know.
Oh! Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Grams.
Yes, madam.
No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan Corrita. Oh, I love all the handsome Juans. Oh, my Juanie. It's almost for my too little child to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over on God, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed in the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Oh, Edgy. I'm so glad you're back, Edgy. Oh.
What you witnessed?
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was Angard, Matt Angard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Oh, so Mr. Argard came out from the victim's room.
See, it had to be him. He's the murderer.
Oh, I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination of all of this nation is the Angard, the witness occupation.
Oh, Judgy, I didn't know you could rap like that, Judgy. Oh, you're younger at heart than I realized. But sorry, Edgy Poo's my only one and truly love. I mean, I wanted Juan Corrida, but he's dead now, so sorry. You know I love the younger boys. Man.
What you witnessed?
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room.
Let's save, of course. Save. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby, I was supposed to set up the whole stage for the trifling show, but I refused to help out. You know, I was for that lead-headed samurai show. Hey, even took a few nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door?
There was something I was interested in finding out, you know.
Something you were interested in, and just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan Corrida. And Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in?
I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip?
But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended in her testimony later.
It looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on the whole time.
Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Kurita's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I keep keeping track of really how old I am.
Should I start farming from Hu Tao? I would say no. No, EE, I would wait till you get her. Besides, if you have resin to farm for, you should use it on artifacts and materials for child and it's not like those characters are perfectly built, right? Child and Diluc. Yeah, no. You don't need to. You still, I'm sure, need better artifacts and materials for those two. So I would say no.
That's why ever since I turned 20, I keep track of how old I really am. Really, I think I'm like 23 right now, right, boys? You like my hair? My lipstick? Oh, baby. Look at me wiggle waggle my hand. You know I know how to do things with my hands, baby. Yeah.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report.
In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct?
That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Not my Juanie.
Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room? He was.
Yes, he was?
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francesca's whip right now.
Well, I guess I can tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway. He was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. I saw him. He's the murderer.
You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, see?
Really?
Annoying, Brad. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid repeat of last year, I should delve a bit further. What should I go with? What about the samurai outfit? What if you only saw the samurai outfit and you didn't actually see the person itself? Let's try that. Let's try that one. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome young man you are, really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Oh, man.
Right.
So, Mr. Wright, what was his testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
I think it might be. Yeah, it must be important. Because it's not the costume that he... Wait. What about the button? Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important.
Don't you see it, Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended to the testimony.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but all right, witness, please.
Very well. I don't like badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show.
Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket?
What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it.
Have you achieved streamer luck in Genshin? I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess. Getting I literally pulled 2 balls in a row. So that was pretty lucky, right? I got 1 ball, and then the next pull after that was another Right in Shogun. The other thing I haven't missed the 50-50 for like ever, dude. I'm trying to remember the last time I missed the 50-50. It was a long time ago. So I mean, sort of. But I don't have like tons of luck with weapons and stuff. Like it usually almost takes me 80, 90 pulls. You know? So sort of, yes, because I hit the 50-50 like the whole time. EE. But no, also because I usually have to spend most of my Prima Gems to get the 5-star. So sort of, I guess. Yeah, kind of. Anyway, I'll have enough for Hu Tao. The question is, will I get her another 5-star? It's fine, whatever. If I don't get her, maybe I will get Ito, the new guy, after that. You know. She's so sure of herself that it's the point of being self-absorption.
She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us, really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It always has a tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she?
But that's what
Makes her a sweet old lady, right?
That's because you're not the one who has to question her.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room.
Okay. Alright, so what are we looking for here? I think it has something to do with the costume. Let me save. Let me try the button. I have a feeling that the button is where we need to go here. But I could be wrong. Miss Oldbag,
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
do you know what this is?
Oh, it's button number 2 in the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Now I know she's obsessed fan. She identified in a single glance.
Give it here, give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Wow, she really did a die-hard fan want the button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Ongar's body during a full search.
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was the rascal Angon.
It was caught up in the pleats of Nickel Samurai Hakama pants. So if the Hakama pants were being worn, then it couldn't have been the outfit.
See? And Angon is the Nickel Samurai.
Witness? Now, it may just be me, and do I have an active imagination, but now, didn't you just say the defendant, Matt Ungard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If they wore the trendiest dress, then maybe you'd think it was the most gorgeous ever. But instead, I have to put up with wearing this ridiculous-looking outfit. You see, this outfit is hideous, right? I got the store stuck to my ass. It's heavy, so heavy. I wish I could switch CDs ages ago, but I keep keeping this dream alive for the kids who work their smile on my face. Understand? Now take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are about as interesting as this documentary on curling. You should take up this stuff for Edgy Boo. Now he's got style.
Now hold your tongue still for a second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Vanguard, the man? What? Mr. Vanguard, the Nickel Samurai?
But when you think about it, They're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Old Bag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Pooh, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change.
Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
Should be one sighting, not you. Sighing, not you. Who I saw.
On guard, on guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to the post-ceremony stage right after the crime, you know. He must have worn the Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Oh, Juan. Oh, Juan Pooh.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking of such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
I was youngest today. I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
My God.
Rat-a-tat-tat, bitches. Faces on stun, Sonny. Oh, yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna be the best witness that ever witnessed any witnessing.
Okay, let's save. Let us save. Let us save the game.
On guard, yes, now I remember.
Would you please get on with your testimony?
What's your language, you young man? What sort of tone does that make with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything. You keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
What?
A striking figure by the sea. Standing all alone is he. He's the Nickel Samurai.
She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket?
Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be a good and stick just to the facts.
Okay. Promise, right?
Right? I'll be sending the bill for that chewing gum to your office at a later date.
Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum.
The Nickel Samurai. That's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that saw.
Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket. Now he's not.
Not too long ago? Then let me ask you this one. Were you itty-bitty? What was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what?
See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Rat-a-tat.
Well,
What I said earlier.
I must go soon because I need to get some sleep. I haven't managed to sleep this week. Good luck. Good night. Good night, EE. Thank you as always, my friend. So good to see you. We get to start polling soon. Hypo. I'm pretty excited. Good luck with your 50-50 poll, EE. Good luck, buddy. I'll do a poll stream, although I probably won't get it, unfortunately, but we'll see. Appreciate you, bud.
What I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? Now, the now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become a theatrics over testimony?
All that matters is the man inside that costume. Isn't that enough? Yes.
I got an achievement. Judge Wagner.
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder.
And why would that be?
That way no one could see his face, of course.
But then there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think that the costume would make him stand out all the more.
Ah, you're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe there was more trouble for him to change in and out of his costume. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know?
Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage for a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammin' Ninja?
Of course it included him. That's why when God came out of dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway. So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing War Juan.
So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai?
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet?
You don't need to think too hard on this one.
Huh?
There's one contradiction in the testimony. It's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us.
Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Alright, let me take a sip of water and then we'll look at our evidence. Here, I'll be right back. Okay. So he was wearing the Nickel Samurai costume. Well, if he was wearing the Nickel Samurai costume, then he couldn't have left fingerprints on the knife. That's number one. Where do I cross-examine this? Maybe like... I don't know. Yeah, right here. He couldn't have had fingerprints on the knife. Let's save just in case I'm wrong. But I think this is it. How in the world was he going to leave fingerprints if he was wearing the costume? Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all.
That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct?
Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case?
You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Oh boy. Is that what you're driving at?
That is exactly what I'm driving at.
What are we driving at? Whose car are we driving? Baby, I want to be in the passenger seat next to some hot blonde, you know, a big kabooba covenant. Okay, anyway, back to the case.
If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on his knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints off the knife.
Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that.
However, there is one possibility.
Then let's hear your possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At the time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk to the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off.
Huh, but the murder still did take place.
It's well known that there were bad blood between the defendant and victim.
Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory?
Well, then there's no intent. He just admitted that there's no intent. I am a fictional character, so laws don't apply to me, right? Very correct indeed. Unless you're a real person inside of a fictional character's costume, like the Nickel Samurai, then laws apply to you. But as a fictional video game character, this is correct. You will not be held in contempt. You will not be charged for murder in your video game 6. Nobody is going to come to your virtual house inside of your virtual game and charge you with murder. Unless, of course, that's part of the plot of the game. In that case, you might be, but I don't think there's any cops in your world. I feel like it's kind of a dystopian future, right? Like where everything has gone to hell in a handbasket. So I think you're probably in the clear. 6, but I still wouldn't recommend going around killing people. It's not a very nice thing to do. But I still love you.
Well, what do you have to say about Miss Edgeworth's theory?
So let me get this straight. Edgeworth theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? I mean, yeah, kind of. I'd say there's a contradiction, yeah. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Engard was the killer. If that's the case,
I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent.
yeah, you just said it wasn't intent. Yeah, it's impossible. Then why did he bring the knife with him? This was used by Engard at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that.
Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he wanted to visit Mr. Corrida. I suppose, however, you just said that yourself. At the time, the defendant had no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory is flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us.
Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing?
To frame him. It's gotta be. Right? I should say, but it's gotta be. It's to frame my client, Mr. Engard, of course.
To frame? Like put him in a picture? That kind of frame?
Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
We just established the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume, and if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
Oh, what's this?
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo?
Witness, did you just not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess it's just about forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Engard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I really can't do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
Huh? She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai? Alright then, who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret. Anyone outside of security?
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct with this?
The way you think. You are a sad amateur with terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I amateur of?
So if Old Bag was waiting around the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch up with Mr. Corrida.
Maybe, Phoenix, maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
That's who Minty Mia's hinting at, then. It's certainly possible. Miss Old Bag,
You were waiting for this person to...
come out of this room, weren't you? I'm guessing it's Andrews. I really do feel like it's Andrews.
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Engard's manager.
But why would the defense manager be in the victim's room?
It seems this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Huh? Oh, this is, well, this is, I see. Oh, very scandalous. So scandalous. Oh, manager in the room with the other client. Oh, maybe somebody in this courtroom be lying. Oh, my raps are obscene. I'm making you scream. Maybe other ladies be into the teeny bits of my weird. Oh, you know it's weird. It's okay, cause I got this obscene frame of mind. Let's go, baby.
The judge seems to be really into this article. It could be called such a thing.
Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews?
I only killed janitor and the guest, the lady, my future self. It's worth it. Self-defense. Maybe a couple of the gnomes, but... self-defense. I call that self-defense 6.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine.
and I can throw this away, this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Well, witness? What in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling.
I got some information, some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. Secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself, personal reasons and all that.
Oh, well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide.
I see. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take the wind right out of you youngins. Rat-a-tat-tat.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like you were 10 years old. Secret information.
Secret agent woman wearing a space costume. She may be old and she may be crusty, but she's really musty in this case.
Yeah. That's me, baby. That son God is an evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own bandits to get in close to the Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
Or the defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant.
Never heard that one before.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then this proves the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. This old bag seems rather excited now.
That's right, God. There's nothing but your average foul blow to you.
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. Oh, yeah. Let's do this, baby. Time to save. Who knows what kind of trick she's gonna do.
Oh, baby.
Secret information.
That Edgard is one evil, evil man.
You can say something like that without proof? That's just slander.
What is true? That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars was A.A. Oh.
But the name of the magazine that came from is Gossip Land.
What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that news is 100% true. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between news and gossip.
Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright.
Discriminate? What? Did I do anything like that?
Anyway, God would never get me to say touche.
Okay.
He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal.
A scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means, even though I know that much.
Well, then God thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. So to do that, he sent his own manager getting close to the Juan, Cheetah.
You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in much shock, you can't do anything right.
You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you.
All right then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that On God didn't build anywhere ill will towards Juan? Can I show you any proof that Juan didn't? Proof any little? Oh, no, you can't. No, you can't. No.
I don't know. Let me save.
No.
I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure. Let's try it. I'm not going to let you push me around that easily.
Hey, there's many a man who said those exact words and paid dearly for them.
Well, maybe you should brace yourself this time. Here's my proof that On Guard did not hold any ill will toward the victim. Ninja's button. Knife. Autopsy suicide. Crime photo. Wine glass. Guitar case. Guide map.
Is that it? You can't take it from me, Edgy Poo?
What are you handing over me for?
So you can give that jagged-headed baboon boy a message for me, please. Tell him that no matter what he does, the only thing he's good at is failing.
What she said, right? Or should I say baboon boy?
Yes, I agree. This is much piece of evidence, baboon boy. Hey! How dare you call me baboon boy?
Alright, so that's not it. No, I'll decline. I don't have anything to offer.
See, just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about things without proof. You've just given me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy.
Oh, me and my big mouth.
That's the way the cookie crumbles for you anyway. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action.
So I took action.
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room.
What?
I was going to capture her, teach her a good lesson, something you youngins need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat.
No, stop.
Well, it was too bad the woman didn't come through the door that night. Oh, and this top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know that, okay?
Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know the secret information?
Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. That's it.
I guess you could count the no's, but I think everything else was self-defense. I agree. Totally self-defense.
It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole into my brain, you'd never find out.
How in the world did that old bag get such a secret piece of information? It's the camera. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
Witness?
I hate to say it, but this is how you acquire your secret info, isn't it?
From the camera. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart.
Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She was cute in a southern accent kind of way. I really enjoyed her. I asked her to my hotel room some nights, and she said,
"Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. I prefer guys my own age, thank you."
So I said, "Oh, shoot. Well, I tried, and now I just think about her in my dreams, and oh, well, I'll probably keep that to myself. I mean, my bad."
She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
On the piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No, I said impressions.
Then, everything written on the piece of paper was clearly meaningless?
That's it, the note.
Oh, no. You see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. It's not...
So you were the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of Juan's. That's why... That infamous puffy-head whippersnapper. She's working with that evil On Guard. She said so herself. On Guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
I just want to survive. Damn right. You have to feed. 6.
Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once.
She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? I don't know. I think I'll pile on the pressure. If I let her go now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to that prosecution. Witness? You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is that correct?
Sister Stone, why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from that terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Miss Old Dag,
I don't believe that the note is
the only thing that you stole that night. The camera! The camera! Miss Old Bag, that note was with a camera inside it. Case, wasn't it?
A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me."
Why? Witness?
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it's only logical you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Johnny. Is this the camera? It's the camera you're looking for.
That's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still the person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card and noticed it said, Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures she had taken. I'm a personal security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Bailiff, check these camera photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once.
Oh. Six is telling lies. Uh-oh, Mono. I believe Six. Do you have evidence?
Do you have an evidence for an objection, Six? Otherwise, you must be overruled. You must provide evidence that Six is indeed evil but just wanted to survive. Do you have any evidence to support this? Also, back to the case. Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have?
There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court.
Oh.
This is the Nickel Samurai.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter.
Lotta's photo added to the court record.
What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photo by itself does not prove that the person is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ungar clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume.
If that is the case, then the Nickel Samurai is...
Wiggle waggle the defendant, Smaggle. I am going to get you to tattle the waggle, and then I will bring you into my room with a paddle and give you all the spankings you can handle, yes. And that's why I'm a poet, baby.
How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have ended every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would have put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's something strange with it. Is he coming out of the wrong room? The flowers? The outfit? I'm not sure. What do we notice about this photo? He looks kind of short, doesn't he? I can't really... Six betrayed me if I forgot.
Saying Six betrayed me is not evidence of the case, Mono. You must be more specific with your facts.
What? I feel like the person's a bit short.
There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right?
Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm gonna save.
I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Debunk with a bunker buster. Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, please look at the photo one more time.
If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct?
Oh boy. We better save. Yeah, I'm thinking he's kind of short. I think the person's kind of short there. But I could be wrong, of course. I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts?
Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange?
One chance and you lose? Oh man, I feel like they're very short. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here.
What are you pointing to, his ankles?
If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you cannot.
And what does this mean?
The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard.
Well, what is the meaning of this?
I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. I see ankles. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama.
His socks. You can see his socks.
Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his katana up just to walk. Oh. There is only one explanation for this. The person inside that costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh? What is?
Edgeworth is unusually calm today.
That's true.
He's just letting the trial run itself as if he's only along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged the case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us?
If the person who's the photo shoot is not Mr. On Guard,
then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that this person inside this costume is not Matt Angard. In that case, who is this a photo of?
Jesus, I don't know. His manager?
Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume?
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple.
What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is this person inside the photograph?
I mean, I'm guessing that it's Adrian, but I don't really know. It's gotta be, right? She's shorter? Right? Right? Maybe?
Adrian Andrews? Is that right?
If you want to know who the Nickel Samurai is, none other than this woman.
And why would you say it must be Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
For starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night.
And how does it all add up?
It means that it makes very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. On Guard's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon?
Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Wright?
I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 It looks like this trial has become a most unexpected development, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court is issuing a subpoena for Mr. Adrian and Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Ugh. All right, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Adrian Andrews is summoned to the court as a witness, it means the trial will go on for another day. One more day? Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
Now then, we shall set Mr. Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
Whoa, what am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. We gotta raise an objection. Of course. Bump up. We have to.
Now then,
Please, Your Honor, continue this trial. You must pass a verdict today.
I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not...
I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to the unexpected development.
Tisk, tisk, unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
And what do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Mr. Andrews is all happening according to my plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
What? What? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edward?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness.
Everything was planned out in advance by that man? 6 says, no, you betrayed me first. Oh no, 6.
I'm gonna need some evidence. We cannot have tit for tat like this. I will need direct evidence timelines if I have phone records. Any direct evidence is necessary for this.
Somehow I knew there was no way Edward would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
The court will leave now to take a 10-minute recess. Hadouken.
Oh! All right. All right, that's 2.5 hours. We're calling it a stream, boys. We'll get to the next trial, part of the trial soon. No doubt about it. We'll get to the next part of the trial soon, but not today, Junior. Let's take a little break, and then I think I'll probably play some. I think I'll probably play a little bit of Devil May Cry. I think I'll play a little Devil May Cry. Thank you, Six and Mono and EE and Carlos and Mr. Krabs and Jolly. I think that's everybody. Yep, you guys are Six and Mono. You guys are the MVPs. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed this a lot. It's a cool case. I want to see what happens from here on out. But for now, we'll take a little save and see you soon. Bye bye.